Hello everybody. Just going to show you how to make a little stylised mouse. These are good for kiln fillers, so if you've thrown pots or you've modelled other pots, they can go in between in smaller spaces, and obviously you can get more for your money when you fire your kiln. Little back there, obviously a bit big for this, but do the job. This board has got some linen wrapped around it and tacked onto the other side. It stops the clay from sticking to the board, which can become a pain if you're using really wet clay. This is fairly dry. This is a little bit of a stick. You'll see what we use that for. Sometimes I use the rolling pin to roll the ears out of the mouse. Little pins set in a stick, you can get these from your suppliers, and a potter's knife. And of course we've got slit there, made of the same type of clay, which is crank. And as I explained it in previous videos, crank is a good clay to work with, especially when you're modelling. It's got a lot of grog in it, and it will dry out fairly rapidly if it's left in the air. And well, it's obvious you get your pieces finished and through your kiln quicker. So if I pull that off into that sort of size, roll it in my hands, and I'm just going to make a particular shape now for the mouse. You get that sort of shape, like almost like a pendulum teardrop shape, with a little pointy bit on the end there. More in this, just make them solid, don't worry about hollowing these out. Crank will stand the kiln. Once I've done that, I usually press this down, so I've got that sort of finish. If necessary, just pull on the nose a little bit, make it pointy. If you take two equal parts of clay, then these are for the ears. Just roll them round. Could be a little bit big, these, but we'll give them a go. Round about the same. With practice, you soon get to know which size is a which. And in this case, because the clay is quite dry, I'm just going to roll these out. Do them both together. A little bit big actually, but we'll give it a go. These are for the ears, and by the look of it, it looks as though I've made them too big, so I'm going to make two smaller ones quickly. There we go, they should be better. And just to illustrate what I said in the beginning, if you pat these, just to start the rounded form, and then just roll them. Okay, two similar shapes. That one just needs a little bit more finish on it. All I do then is just score the head part of the mouse with the pin. A little bit of slip on it, a little bit of slip on the ears themselves, and then press them into place. Now, if you do that, just hold them on with your fingers. You can see that the mouse is already taking shape. What I like to do is either press them really well on, or pull the clay onto the mouse itself, so it's making a really, really good bond. Pull the ears back and just shape them so that you're getting a stylised mouse shape. And with the potter's knife, if I just put two little marks there, so you can see that look, just tidy that little bit up there. You can shape the head so that it points in any direction you want. You can turn it to a side. Make sure that the base is pretty flat so that when you eventually do get it out of the kiln, it will sit flat rather than rocking. And then all there is to do from that part on is just leave it to one side, a little bit more clay, about the same size as the ears for the mouse, and roll it out into a thinner shape. This again is this sort of teardrop shape. That's the type of shape that you need. It can be large, it can be small, and what I like to do is twist it so far and then cut it, just so you've got a good angle to cut with onto the mouse. Now if I just score that little bit there on the back end of it, This adds a little bit of balance to it as well. So if you do get any rocking motion, it usually pulls it back. A little bit on there, a little bit of slip. Onto there. Just check him out. And there we've got Mr. Mouse. Now if I just tidy it up a little bit, so his ears are a bit floppy, but at least you can see the idea. Just weigh him up, top him and tail him so that he looks reasonably good. Little kiln fillers, and I think you'll find they'll work. Just show you that before we go. You see the flat side, that's just by pressing onto the base. There you go, just a small idea. Good kiln filler. So there's no wasted space in the kiln. There you go. Good luck with it.